develops great joy and friendship amongst the children of the parish. The Legion of Mary is a powerhouse of prayer and visitation to the sick, to the poor people of our parish. We have a choir of young people with their guitars. Through the generosity of donors, I bought some guitars, and a fellow taught 7 to 10 young people how to play the guitar, and they're quite proficient now. So the masses are more joyful, and it helps people pray the Mass better. We have literacy courses offered after the Masses, and that in itself is a great source of encouragement to people. They are very proud to be able to read a bit and to write a bit, and not depend on their children to translate for them in the marketplace to their embarrassment. It's hard to measure success here. Only God can measure success. But the Scriptures speak of some people planting, others watering, and only later in years to come some have the job of harvesting the crop. So we are in the beginning stages now, but sometime in the future the parish will hopefully be turned over to the bishop, and he can send some Ecuadorian priests and Ecuadorian sisters to the parish to take over. And the Society of St. James, of which I am a member, would be sent to some other poorer spot to begin anew. So I think we are here in business to put ourselves out of business, as our founder Cardinal Cushing said. Our hope is that we will one day be replaced by native clergy, and every group has a right to their native clergy because they understand the culture and the language and the people more fully. Meantime, we'll continue on as best we can, helping the little people, the unnoticed people, the hurt people, the unwanted and the unloved. They beat a path to the parish on a regular basis. Just to give you a small example, for example, Luis, the father of 4 children. He's suffering from tuberculosis. He's in desperate shape. He can't even walk to the parish to look for help. He has to send letters via his eldest son, an 11-year-old child. His wife is out washing clothes in a bucket in the backyard of fellow parishioners here, for which she would only make the most minimal salary. It's her only hope to be close to home and to work and get a couple of dollars a day. They have 4 youngsters. One little girl, the youngest, is a child with Down syndrome. Luis has terrible attacks from the TB. And the kids cry when it happens because they think he's going to die. And many times he comes very, very close. I've seen it myself. Thanks to you and others like you, Luis is never turned away when he sends his oldest child seeking medicines and food money. Or, for example, take David. David's a fellow in his 20s. He walks or drags himself on crutches. He has no feeling from the waist down. He runs a small little shack of a store selling candies and milk. And I hired him for $10 a week to get him out of the house, to get him away from that place, for a change of scenery and to meet new people, and he loves it. So he walks or drags himself from his house up to the church about a mile away, and to open the church and ring the bell and close up after the Mass. Yesterday he requested 4 weeks' salary in advance because his house is falling down. His house, it seems, is always falling down. We have 2 old bells in the church tower, but only one rings. It's all David can do, is to ring one bell while balancing himself on crutches. And yet it's a beautiful bell. It's not the 2, but it's one clear bell. It's David's bell. Through your help, and that of people like you, the parish has provided to David orthopedic shoes to replace the split and laceless sneakers that he was wearing. It has provided him with aluminum crutches of the right type to replace a short piece of junk pipe and one full crutch made from tree branches. It has helped David to get a tricycle specially built by a blacksmith for crippled people. It moves by David moving the sprocket with his hands, not his feet. It cost $350. Once again, donors provided that. I said to David, let's get a donation from your stepfather. His stepfather is a drunken and abusive man who makes a good salary as a painter, who gives peanuts towards the house. Very seldom does he give any money. And one day, on a rare visit to the house, David asked him for a donation towards the tricycle. "You're not my son, and I will not give anything toward it," he said. What cruelty! What a sin that cries out to heaven. So David lives with a lot of hurt and a lot of rejection, yet he smiles and keeps on going and trusts in God. So we ask you to please pray for perseverance, for missionaries everywhere and here, and for me, and also to pray for our people. Jesus said, go out to the whole world and baptize them all in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. That's the missionary mandate, not only of missionaries in South America, but also missionaries from various parts of the world, such as yourselves. Our present big needs are to renovate an old building into a multi-purpose room. It's a big need here. It's cool in the building.